Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Freedom Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay Sutherland, your partner in business growth and freedom living. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe or follow the show and leave a review. That just helps people know what goodness is going on in here. What if I told you that the way you set up your business is secretly keeping you trapped? You didn't mean to. In fact, you didn't even know better, or else you would have done it differently. The good news is, it's not too late. Today, I'll share how your business model might be stealing your freedom and the simple tweaks to get it back. You're going to want to tune in till the end because I've got a quick step to test if your model supports your scalability or if it's keeping you trapped. Let's say, for example, that you started your business out as a graphic designer. At first, you were excited to get any client you could, so you said yes to everything. Logos, websites, social media graphics, even things you really didn't enjoy but knew you could figure it out. It worked for a while, money was coming in, your schedule was packed, but over time, you realized every single project was custom. Nothing about your process was repeatable. Every new client meant hours of fresh research, endless revisions, and late nights trying to deliver on a promise. Soon, your income started to plateau. Even though you were working harder than ever, there just wasn't any more of you to give. Vacations? Forget it. If you're not working, your income stops. That's when it hits you. You hadn't really built a business, you built a job. Except this time, you're the boss, the employee, and the customer service team all rolled into one. And this is the trap so many entrepreneurs fall into, building a business model that steals freedom instead of creating it. Here are 4 common business model traps that limit growth. Number 1, trading time for money. Hourly rates, project-based work, or always being on call creates income ceilings and zero scalability. Number 2, over customizations. Saying yes to everything clients want instead of offering defined packages makes each project feel brand new. Thus, there's no efficiency. The third common business model trap that can limit growth is setting your business up around a single income stream. In some ways, people will say, well, that makes sense. I need to really focus in on one thing. That is not necessarily the wrong answer, solving one specific problem. But if you only solve that problem with one type of offer or specifically to one type of client, it can dry up and thus your freedom will disappear. So let's take the case of the graphic designer. With the invention of digital AI, where graphics are being designed in ChatGPT and all kinds of other software, suddenly people who made their living with graphic design are finding it very hard to get clients. Number 4, owner-dependent operations. If the business can't run without you, you've just built a job, not a business. This is very common in service-based businesses, anything such as the trades, home services, digital marketers, and agency operations. Look, I'm not sharing this to point fingers or make you feel bad. I'm sharing it because I've been there. When I first launched my podcast, it was called The Passive Income Examiner. I was on a mission to create passive income streams, but after leaving my W-2 job, the pressure to make money fast took over. I chased the income and unknowingly, I built a business that fell into all 4 of the traps we're talking about today. It left me feeling depleted and frustrated, but it also gave me one of the most important wake-up calls of my entrepreneurial journey. I realized freedom isn't just about making a lot of money or jumping on the latest side hustle trend. Real freedom comes from building a business that supports your lifestyle, one that's sustainable and even capable of carrying on as a legacy for your family. The good news is, once I saw the pattern, I was able to correct it, and you can too. Before we jump into the 4 steps that build a freedom-oriented business model, I want to clarify the difference between a business model and a business. The difference between a freedom business model and a so-called freedom business is huge. Think about it. Scroll through YouTube and you'll see endless titles like How I Made $7,000 in 30 Days with This Side Hustle or 10 Ways to Make Money While You Sleep. These are often just trends. Some stick, but most fade. And let's be honest, none of them are truly passive. They take a ton of work to set up, constant management, and the pressure of chasing the next hot thing just to keep money flowing. A freedom business model, on the other hand, isn't tied to a fad. It can be built around any business you choose. So you can actually do what you love while still creating sustainability and scalability. And that's where we're diving into today. The 4 components I'm about to share can be applied to any business to create a genuine freedom lifestyle. Okay, number 1 is profitability. Ensure that your pricing model reflects the value that you're offering, but also creates a margin for growth. In other words, you need a buffer to either help you reinvest in your business or to expand and hire help. Either way, if you're just trying to cover your costs, then you're really not building a business for profitability. You're just charging somebody for your time. Number 2, automation. Listen, in today's day and age, we are so blessed to have so many tech systems to help us build systems for marketing, client onboarding, billing, everything. Almost every single piece of your business can have some automation built in. I encourage you to look into this and leverage these technologies to support either whether you're a solopreneur or you have a large organization. In either case, automation is a key component of a freedom-oriented business model. Number 3, scalability. Build products, memberships, group programs, or processes that don't require more of your time as you grow. The goal is always to think of the end from the beginning. So even if you're going to dedicate your time to a certain portion of your business, make sure that you've got it set up to where it's a temporary investment of your time and that you have an exit strategy. Go in and build the system and then offload that system to somebody else, train them to manage it. And last but not least, simplicity. Keep your business clear. Make your offers and your packages easy to explain and easy to deliver. The biggest mistake I see people make is they overcomplicate things. And this is where it ends up building a business that requires you to be in the middle of it because you're the expert. And if you want to build your business for growth, it's got to be simple. If your model is missing even one of these 4, you'll start to feel trapped as your business grows. Now, let's take a quick moment to test if the current model you have is supporting your scalability. Also, I want to remind you that you can text the word system to 55444 to get my bottleneck assessment blueprint. It's a PDF that walks you through 6 key systems in your business. You literally just answer the questions and grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. By the time you're done, you're going to be able to see which parts of your business need the most help. And it really helps narrow it down so you can focus on what parts of your business to organize rather than just feeling overwhelmed. Okay, now back to what we were talking about. We're going to do a quick test to see if your model supports scalability. Number 1, audit your offers. Which ones require your direct time versus which ones can run without you? If you can't run any, if they're not running without you, ask yourself, what could I do differently? Number 2, can you replace yourself? Could someone else step in and do what you do if there was SOPs written or like a training manual? If not, you're still the bottleneck. So just to give you an example of this is a great example. I'm working with a client. Her name's Heather. She's a Christmas decorator and has been doing it for more than 25 years. Right now, she's also building a school teaching other people how to become Christmas decorators. I asked her as we were developing the system for her school and her students, I said, explain to me your estimating process. It was so custom. She said, Lindsay, every job is unique. Every job is different. It's really hard to say a clear system. I said, look, it's great that you have that and it works wonderfully for you. But if we're going to train this to someone new who's just getting started, it's going to be overwhelming and there's no way they're going to be able to do it. We've got to have a foundation. After some conversation, we were able to take what she did and break it down into a system for her estimating, something that she hasn't been able to do for 25 years. Now we have a simple system that would actually put her in a position to be able to replace herself as an estimator in her business. So that's really important. And I promise you, if you think that it's not possible, it is possible. You can certainly build your business so that you could be replaced. And that's the goal. Number 3, revenue versus lifestyle check. So does your current model allow you to hit income goals and live the lifestyle you want? Or does more revenue just equal more hours? Listen to yesterday's podcast on how to avoid feeling pulled in too many directions for a deeper dive on this topic. Okay, now you might be asking yourself, how do I make adjustments? Lindsay, you said these are the things that need to be fixed, but what steps do I take to actually fix them? Here are 3 micro adjustments. Number 1, turn your one-to-one offers into group offers if possible. Number 2, build branded packages. Using that example of the Christmas decorator, that's ultimately what we did. We took hours of time and turned them into packages. So rather than customizing the actual product being installed in the decorations, we focused more on bundling time, and it makes it much more sustainable and easy to clearly explain. One of the smartest ways to create true freedom in your business is through subscriptions or retainers. Instead of relying just on one-time projects or sales, recurring income gives you predictable cash flow and stability. Subscriptions can take many forms. Information-based, example, built around a key topic where you provide ongoing resources, training, or community support. Or they can be service-based, tied to maintenance or care for what you've already delivered. For example, in the solar electric business, after installing a system, you could offer a maintenance plan that includes biannual inspections, or you could offer an off-grid lifestyle community where members receive guidance, resources, and encouragement to thrive off the grid. Both approaches transform a one-time transaction into a lasting relationship while giving your business the steady, recurring income that fuels long-term freedom. Here's the facts. Freedom isn't just about money. It's about the right model and system. A freedom-based business runs on simplicity, scalability, automation, and profitability. Today, I want you to take a look at your business and ask yourself, is my business model supporting my freedom or is it stealing it? Now, if you're ready to streamline operations, book a consultation with me using the link in the description or text the word system to 55444 to get the bottleneck assessment blueprint so you can assess where in your business you can streamline automations for the most impact. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, bye for now.